Hey guys, and welcome back to another Cities Skylines tutorial, and today we're going to be talking about how you can start a city in 2019. So this is with every expansion pack up to campus. Now you don't need the expansion packs, this still will work with the absolute base vanilla game, but with the expansion packs you can add in different methods of public transport and also industry as well. So it's up to you. At the end of this video we'll be jumping into the real life city that shows this working in real life. And how functional it can be. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and jump off. So at the start of your city, you will have these two roads. The interchange may be different and it may go off in different directions. You may have different terrain, but either way, you'll have two roads that come out like this. This is the map Eden Valley from the Green Cities DLC, I think. But it's called Eden Valley anyway. It's the one that our Let's Play is taking place on, and the one where we do all our tutorials. So without kicking off, I'm putting a right-hand drive here, but you can just mirror this for left-hand drive cities. You're going to grab your one-way road. Now when you start in your city, you will need to draw and place a road like this in order for this to work, so you can unlock the one-ways. But you will eventually upgrade this into the fully-fledged highway, but for right now, we're just going to be using this road. So you're going to come out by 10, and then we're going to come out by another 10, and then another 10. So 30 markers altogether, and again, you know when you get to 10 blocks because this second line appears here, and then when it appears just there you know you're at 5, so that's a good way of counting it. And then down here again we're just going to mirror that on this side, so super easy, super straight. And then this first node here where we disconnected our road is where we're going to be connecting from, so we're going to drag this out. Now you want to make sure that if you look where we've connected the road, you want that to be at a 45-degree angle. And then you're going to come out to what would be the 20 marker. So you to make sure that this bit here, when you stretch it out, that's at 45 degrees. So if we do the same up again here, you can see you're just stretching them out. So you should have something that looks like that. And then just remember to change the direction so everything flows properly. Super simple. Then we're going to drag this guy up to meet up with this marker here. So again, that's really easy. And then we're going to do the same, but this time we're going to switch to the 4-lane road on this side. And then we're going to drag that up so it matches perfectly. So everything's snapping to the grid. You've got really simple guidelines to follow. And you should have something that's looking like that at the moment. Now, back on this road here, we're going to stick with our 4-lane roads. And then we're going to go ahead and move out here. And we're just going to move up to the edge of the zonable squares here. So this one will come out like that, and then you're going to have this as a main road. So this area is going to serve as your first industrial estate. Now if you are using the industries expansion, you can obviously use any of these. You just want to make sure you have the necessary resource for that industry type for it to work, obviously. And then you can go in pretty much any pattern you want from here. For industry, it's nice just to keep it relatively square. Missing out, you don't want to really connect them all up to the main road because you're going to have a lot of traffic. You can maybe miss one out here, and then one here for example, and then come off in a different direction over here. So you can really take this shape in any way you want. You just want to make sure it's squared and not quite blocky, so it's as efficient as possible when you're starting your city. And if you are using the traffic manager mod, then you can actually go ahead and do some lane management here, but also a little trick that you can do if you open up the info views and then come down to traffic routes. You have this option here at the top in the middle called junctions, and then you can actually hit the traffic light at junctions, and then that will get rid of the traffic lights, and then that just gives priority to this main road because this is where the majority of your traffic is going to be flowing through. So that's a nice little hint for you guys, but you know, just keep that as rigid as you like. But one thing to note, what I did in my city was, we'll explain why later, but you're going to want to build this section of the highway its own ramp back onto the highway, and we'll explain why that is in a minute. So coming back here where we came in off the highway, we're going to come out by 5 blocks, and then you're going to switch your elevation step down to the middle one, and then we're going to come out by 5 again, and then up to the 5th marker. So right now should have something that looks like that, And then we're going to come across here straight into the middle. And now a good way to make sure this is symmetrical, if you just click this point again and drag back to the point where you finished, we can see that the construction cost was 1,110. So we're going to want to do that again. There's 1,110. And so you got perfect symmetry right now, everything's looking nice. And then we're just going to drag this road up a little bit so we have something to snap onto. And then we can just double check the length here again. So that was 790. Let's come down, there we go. And then 790 again. And then back onto that side. So you've got a nice perfectly symmetrical bridge there that's flowing over your highway. And it's giving access from these guys here to get onto this side of town and back onto the highway. Now what we want to do is we're going to keep this 4-lane road, but now we're going to switch to our roundabouts. And we're going to grab a small roundabout. And then we're going to pop that just up here and get it as straight as you can. And then we're just going to upgrade this into another 4-lane road. So now you have something that looks like this on this side. Now this part is going to serve as our commercial and residential. So from this point here where we enter back onto the highway, I'm going to go ahead and come out by 10. And then by another 10. And then we're just going to come up here and make a real simple square. Now don't connect that up there. You don't want people to be... You don't want to create more traffic junctions here because this is going to be a really busy junction. You're going to have all your industrial traffic coming through here. Now as the city grows and your industrial park grows and the commercial in this area grows, this road will become very busy and will start to back up, which is not what we want. So when you unlock the next tile and you have enough money to do it, you really want to connect your industrial park here. You want to give this place its own highway connection so it doesn't have to bother coming through your commercial and residential districts. So on the roundabout here now, we're just going to come ahead and match this up to this place. And then you can just see here, we're going to, if you want to break up the grid patterns, you can do, maybe stick in a little lane there. You don't have to stick perfectly square, or you can if you like, it's really up to you. Just depends how you want your city to look. And then what I did on my city was I came out again by another 10. And then switch this to a 4-lane road, and then all the way up here, and then you can plan another high street up that way if you wanted to. So what you want to go and do here now is to fill all this in with residential. You can maybe add in a block along here, and then some big blocks along here, and here, and here, and then you're going to want to keep this bit down here as your commercial. Just like that, and then this place eventually, as your city grows, you can expand your commercial along these higher density streets. If you do find that your traffic is struggling, you can upgrade this into the 4-lane road, sorry, not the 6-lane. You can upgrade that into the 4-lane road, so you have something that looks like that. Then you have all this zoning, and your city will just grow, and then from there you can really just kind of take your city in whichever direction you please. But as kind of a base start to a city, this method works really well. It's something that I use pretty much in every single city that I've played. But you just want to remember, key points is to make your industrial sector here, you want this to have its own highway entrance and exit here. I'll show you how I did that in my Let's Play in a moment. And then just to keep your commercial zoning on kind of your big chunky roads here, because you're going to have a lot of commercial traffic, both people visiting and deliveries. And then another thing you can do as well is you can actually drag this road up and over here and then connect it to this side. Just bear in mind that you will, when you do actually expand your highway up this direction, is that you are going to have to bring these guys either as a bridge over your highway, over this road, sorry, or via a tunnel, or you can make this road a bridge. It really is up to you how you want to plan that out. I'll just show you again here. We'll connect this up. So upgrade that into the one way. Just make sure that you're always making sure your roads are facing the right direction. Again, let's have that off in one way. And then this can come down as well. I just want to upgrade that. So you can have something that looks like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Really easy, really super simple, efficient start to your city. And we'll jump into Fremwood now, the Let's Play, and you can see this in action now. It's expanded to a city of nearly 80,000, and you can see how even with the late game cities, when you have tens of thousands of population, this structure still works. Traffic still flows smoothly through it. So we'll jump back in and take a look at that right now. Okay guys, so welcome back to Fremwood. This is our vanilla Let's Play series, which I'm basing most of these tutorials off. And you can see the basic shape that I took out here with what we just did. You have the roundabout here, you have the secondary high street and the roads connecting, the little residential blocks, a little bit of commercial around here, and then our industrial estate, which has expanded significantly now. So yeah, and I've also built a couple of little footpaths along here as well. This power line still needs to go. But yeah, so you can see how it's doing, how the highway flows over this section. I also added in a couple more exits and entrances onto the highway here, just off this main road that flows through. We have a little bit of traffic build up here, but it's nothing too major. This is because I have trams flowing through my industrial sector. See, all this is level 3 now. You can see it's constantly moving on. It never backs up. And this is in a city of 72,000 now. It has been to 74. We are fluctuating in population at the moment. But yeah, you can see how this looks. I'll pop my UI off again. And then we developed the secondary high street off of this main road here, which again flows into all different parts of the city up here. We have a tram network that flows through our roundabout now. So we upgraded this into the high speed roads when we eventually unlock them. It just keeps traffic flowing a lot easier, and then our trams make use of a little cut through the middle. Yeah, so you can still see how this works really nicely. People have entrances back onto here, which takes them into a larger highway interchange. So really efficient, easy to use start to your city. I hope you guys find it useful. If you do like this kind of videos, a like on the video is very much appreciated. And again, if you don't like these kind of tutorials, also feel free to leave a dislike as well, because it helps me gauge what kind of content you guys do and don't enjoy. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and you can also reach me on Twitter. And there's also links in the description to our Mixer channel, where we do stream some detailing in this city, and you can catch the episodes on the YouTube channel, and there'll be a link below to a playlist that you can catch up on the city if you want to. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.